Alright, my friends. Let's get this party started. Alright. Now, you are watching Political Point Magazine. Where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Well now, it appears that we have a little bit of a trouble here. MIT professor Jonathan Gruber creates a firestorm over comments that he made about Obamacare. And calling the American people stupid. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And also, did Obama and the Dems mislead the American people on Obamacare? Here's a hint: lack of transparency on this. And also, Obama threatens executive action on immigration, but before January, when the Republican House and Senate take over, but that may not go over well for the president. And also, the president goes to China, and guess what? He offends the Chinese people by chewing gum. We will talk about all this and more on tonight's show. Okay. Alright. And with you, the viewers. Oh, sorry about that. Whoops. Hold up a second. There we are. Okay. Alright now. Okay. Alright, cool. So, here we are, my friends. Okay. And it is another Monday. Tonight, we have lots to talk about. Alright, my friends. Well, it appears that the Obama administration misled the American people on Obamacare. Well, which is something that we have been saying all along, okay, and it's quite interesting that this type of stuff comes up in the
wolves walking into the Canadian Parliament, a world of Vladimir Putin annexing his neighbors, and so.
Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. For some reason, the things are not working right. Okay? We're having technical difficulties, my friends, on this little bit here. Alright, let me see. Okay. So now,
Oh, I think the American people.
dang, man. What the heck? Okay, so now.
People are ready.
Oh, man, what the heck? It's not working out the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Huh. For some reason, we have special effect. Sorry about that. But things are not working out the way
I think the world is ready for stronger American leadership.
Sorry about that. Those are not the clips that I wanted. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, but
Instead,
anyhow,
really strong.
whoop, sorry about that. But anyhow, I'm having technical difficulties with the sound and the clips here. Sorry, but we are now getting into what needs to be done. Okay, all right now. Okay, so now. All right, so now, but anyhow, we have a little situation that has arisen here. Now, do you know MIT Professor Grouper? Well, apparently the Obama administration is trying to distance themselves from Grouper. Okay, but it appears that Grouper, the MIT professor, was one of the main architects of Obamacare. All right, and he was caught on tape. Hang on a minute. Okay. He was caught on tape saying some remarks about Obamacare and how it was crafted and stuff. So, okay, but man, sorry, I have to adjust the sound again. Yeah. Ah, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but anyhow, okay. But Gruber. Okay, but this is the full tape of Gruber's statements. All right, and it's quite interesting. All right, and you have to see this. Okay, here it is.
The bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies. Okay, so it's written to do that. In terms of risk-rated subsidies, if you had a law which said healthy people are going to pay in, it made explicit that healthy people pay in and sick people get money, it would not have passed. Okay, just like lack of transparency is a huge political advantage, and basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass. And, it's the second best argument. Look, I wish Mark was right. We can make it all transparent. But I'd rather have this law than not.
And Representative Marshall.
So, so apparently, there's a bit of a firestorm over this because of how he said, and he called the American people stupid in these statements here. All right, but and lack of transparency was a political winner in crafting Obamacare. Now, with all of this taking shape, however, it just goes to show you that the Obama administration really did not tell us the full truth about Obamacare. All right. So and all of this is taking shape here. All right. And the architect of Obamacare, but see now
Here's how
it appears though that that some Democrats were distancing themselves from this character here, but it also takes shape that there were Democrats actually praising this guy when they were crafting Obamacare. All right, so So let me show you Max Butkus and what he said about
One top Democrat described Gruber at the time.
Okay.
The Congressional Budget Office and Professor Gruber are both credible and unbiased sources. We're not bought and sold by the insurance industry.
Well, they loved him. They loved him back then. Joining me now, Republican.
Yes. They loved him back then. Yeah. But anyhow, on this, it appears that Gruber, the main architect of this thing here, he came as
seriously wounding one, injuring
the
a second
administration
before he was shot dead. This page from the
touts
NYPD
the
bulletin
numbers
shows
and
just how many
tries to
times Thompson was
claim
looking for
that
radical Islam online.
Obamacare is
All of
working.
these bullet points.
That Obamacare is working, which, by the way, it is not. All right. Now, I have a brand new segment, okay, that I'm going to bring up here, okay, and it's quite interesting, quite shocking, okay. Now, if you really want to know what the Obama administration thinks of the American people, what Obama personally thinks of the American people, okay, first off, what we're going to do here, all right, okay, and this is quite crucial, okay, to our segment here, all right, but the okay, and you must take this into consideration here. They were when they were crafting the bill, all right. Now I'm gonna take you to a new segment on my show, okay, and this is called the Obama Diaries. Yes, that's right. Okay, the Obama Diaries. All right. So now, upon becoming president back in 2009, we have a journal entry from Barack Obama. Okay, on inauguration night. Okay, and on inauguration night, of which when Barack Obama was elected, this is his entry in his diary, right? And you will see this in its entirety, all right. But President Barack Obama really doesn't think highly of the American people, all right, and you will see this. Watch, okay. In his first journal entry, okay, January 20th, 2009, all right, President-elect Barack Obama writes this: "Hell yes. It's the first time we are proud to be Americans. I can't believe these people actually voted for me. What a place this country is. A measly stint in the Illinois legislature and a breath or two in the Senate. Add a few groovy iconic posters and some hope and change, and bingo! I am the effing president. They actually bought it when I said I wanted to form a more perfect union." Now that, my friends, is quite interesting. All right, quite interesting on that. All right. Now, upon actually okay. Now upon actually upon actually crafting the Obamacare bill, okay, which, by the way, nobody read the bill, and then you had Nancy Pelosi saying, you had Nancy Pelosi out there saying, "Oh, you have to pass the bill in order to find out what's in it. Okay, now this, my friends, is pathetic. Okay, very, very pathetic. Okay, well, man. So, but very, very pathetic.
Sussman all
Okay, and it's quite interesting that when they were crafting the bill, Obama writes on January 2010, okay, about the Obamacare bill. All right, this is what Obama writes in his diary. All right, take a look at this. Okay, now on January 2010, January 14th, okay, President Obama writes, okay, it's midnight and now I've got to go back downstairs to finish up this healthcare meeting. Rahm is dropping the F-bomb every 30 seconds to keep that doddering old fool Reed awake. You always get a feeling that you always get the feeling that he's one sentence away from pressing the medical alert pendant. Nevertheless, they tell me we've almost got this thing in the bag. Speaking of bags, Pelosi thinks we can deep six the Stupak language and sneak in a few more goodies into the bill for Planned Parenthood. That should get those shrews Rosa DeLauro and Nita Lowry off my back for a few weeks. Okay. All right. So, but that, my friends, is quite
illness because he could no longer keep secrets from his friends, his staff, and his...
Oh, stop that. Okay, so anyhow, that, my friends, is the journal entry. So if you really want to get the feel of how Barack Obama really feels about the American people, you must check into his journal entries. All right, but other than that, my friends, this whole thing now is creating a firestorm. Okay, and now we move on to things that are firing up in the White House with now we have the elections over with, and now we have the Republican-controlled Congress in both houses of Congress, House and Senate, going to take effect in January. But the president now is threatening to move on executive orders on immigration before the new Congress takes effect, in which it's now said that he is now threatening to take executive action on December 6th, which might not bode well for the president. Okay, he's trying to ginny up his base, which, my friends, is not good. Okay, it's not good. Okay, now we have this MIT professor creating problems for the Obama administration with remarks that he said, and also, okay, the president.
His audience.
The president also goes to China. Yeah. Okay. The president goes to China. And guess what? He disrespected the Chinese people. All right? Yeah. That's right. Okay? And here's how he disrespected them. He was chewing gum while he was in China talking to the Chinese premier. All right. And in China, it's very rude and disrespectful to chew gum. And nevertheless, President Obama was also walking and chewing gum at the same time. You know, so so obviously he's not ready to be diplomat. And consider he goes to China now, and China now owns us because they are our biggest debtor. Okay, and it's just everywhere he goes, he's messing up. He's messing up. All right, and the Chinese don't like us. Okay, and a lot of countries around the world don't respect us anymore, because of our foreign policy. And everything is going haywire. All right, now I'm going to take this call. And hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Willis Mitchell.
Yes.
Glad to hear from you today. Well, gas prices are going down. The thing I wanted to say
it's
is,
not gonna last.
all right, OPEC, right?
OPEC.
Like all the signs, we go down the highway, Mobile, Texaco, whatever's left. Why aren't they paying and taking over the gains? And if we're going a green energy country ourselves as well as the globe, why don't they spend the money as gasoline developers and owners instead of funding them through federal grants that broke us even further, that aren't even working for green energy? Why don't they, as an independent such as Texaco, Mobil, whatever's left, U.S. Gas, why aren't they diverting their gains, which is tax-free billions compared to the average person? Why aren't they paying to convert their oil industry into green energy out of their own money? Why are they using federal funds? Another thing is, we're talking federal funds. Why are these tax-free housings coming into development, getting the abatement on zero taxes? They don't have to pay taxes. They're all getting federal government grants. That is the taxpayers' money to build these on tax-free abatement. And then why does the rent go up to the renter or rentee renting these things? Why is there an increase and they have to pay taxes? Why do they leave it up to the renter to pay higher and higher prices on a previous subsidized housing that was fully paid for on grants? Half these grants going in this country to develop is breaking the system, and we're broke already. And come January 11th through the 13th, you're liable to see a shutdown because nobody repaid the equitable value back to the laborers, and the mass majority is working $10 or less coast to coast, and then they're paying taxes, and then the homeowner, the independent businessman, all get stuck with a tax levy, and that taxes go to pay for the president, all Congress, all government, all federal housing. So they're living off the taxpayers, doing the laborers in and making the laborers pay even more on these federal funded projects.
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea? Why can't they pay as independent refiners, oils? Why can't they just divert their money without losing their capital entity, their capital gains for themselves, and have the independent OPEC nation developers around the globe convert their own finances? I mean, they're getting mass majority of the money. There's three things that are most abundant that are getting depleted. Metal is the first abundant object, gas, and now water in California. It's getting bad, Will.
Yeah. We need to do something, but we need to approve the Keystone Pipeline.
Yeah, Yeah. Any update on that? I'm all for that, but it can't be exported.
No, Obama is.
Can't land in Florida to sell the oil to the British.
Listen. Obama hasn't approved it, and he's still.
I just thought it.
He's still trying to derail it.
Right. At the same time, I want to say Obama, whoever approves it in Congress, all these federal grants for this energy have failed. Why is the government giving them money and then raises what we have to pay as laborers living in mass majority of the votes, even at $10 or less an hour, and then the independent business owners have to pay taxes where these tax-free corporation zones are coming in. They're going to pay somebody bare minimum wage, run them wild for 10 years, and then they're going to falter and go out of business, such as Alcoa did upstate New York here. Barack was at Alcoa's door. He gave them money for advanced development, and then a month and a half later, they shut down. The green energy wind fan farm that was put in, they're asking for another. They just forward and granted another $5 million on a losing project that never made a promise on the amount of electricity. It was a failure. So why didn't the OPEC nations, as oil dwellers, the oil profit gainers, divert their gains while they're having gains off gasoline and pay for these greenhouse waste themselves? If we're going to switch and transfer here, we should be able to. They should be able to do it on their own. I mean, oil's not going to last forever either. Gasoline.
Yes, it is.
Well,
We have
take
plenty.
too much
We have
out
plenty.
of the ground,
We have plenty.
it depletes the ground.
Listen. We have plenty of it. We don't need foreign oil.
Fossil fuel's dangerous. Okay, I don't
it's
mind
not.
tree
No,
bark,
it's not.
cigarettes.
Fossil
smoke.
fuels. We need fossil
Fuel's
fuels.
dangerous, Will.
No, it's not. We need fossil
It
fuels.
is dangerous.
No, it's not.
And they should, if they're going to want to transfer.
If we want to become energy independent, we need to approve the Keystone Pipeline, and we need to use
I agree,
the
but it's
fossil
got to
fuels
come
that we
back to
have.
America's soil only to use them as on Americans. And the main thing is the reason the price is because when you go to war, who fills up all the planes and
Gas
stuff?
prices would be lower if we drilled on our own.
Yeah, it'll be lower, but they got to put it for America only. It's got to say this time, American citizens only.
Look. It would be American only if we drilled on our own.
Yeah, but basically, Will, they took all the industry, took groceries and oil and sold that as marketed overseas. They stripped America of all entities, and they're selling profit gaining overseas with it.
Look. What Obama is doing, he's just allowing it to continue.
He's allowing it, yeah, exactly. But Congress is approving some of it too. So
No.
they didn't shut him down. They didn't veto. We just gave groceries his termination.
No. Look. Obama is not putting us on a path to energy independence.
And Russia got apples from us. The meat industry is all marketing for overseas. We need to lower the price at the grocery store by stating a law that U.S. gas stays on U.S. soil. So U.S. prices go down. So U.S. grocery stores aren't paying the max when they ship it all overseas. And then we have a short supply here, not a plowshare. And then our plowshare, the prices get escalated markup, and nobody can afford it. You know, we need to regularize standard pricing. We need to get rid of the people that don't pay taxes. Why are we covering their butts as laborers and going without more and more? And that's your mass majority of labor force in the United States of America. Hey, my throat's a little dry. Bundle up. Have a cup of hot coffee, cocoa, whatever, and we'll talk later.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you for your call.
Yes, thanks, Will.
All right, now. All right, my friends. But anyhow, I mentioned that everything's boiling up, and this whole firestorm over this MIT professor. All right, and now I want to show you this though. Okay, the Democrats, especially Obama, is distancing from this MIT professor, but we have exclusive video from 2006 that
They
actually
dismissed
has President Obama praising this guy. Okay, praising this guy. All right, and now I want to show you this. Okay, because it's
Obamacare
quite
architect
interesting.
Jonathan Gruber.
Take a look.
That's just some advisor who has never
Take a look. Okay.
his staff who he doesn't agree with. Interestingly, we just
All right, hold up a second. Let me grab that tape here. And now, this is Senator Obama back in 2006. Okay, actually praising this guy. All right, take a look. All right, take a look at this.
Drawn some of the brightest minds from academia and policy circles. Many of them I've stolen ideas from liberally. People ranging from Robert Gordon to Austin Goolsbee, John Gruber, my dear friend Jim Wallace here, who can talk, I think, who can inform what are sometimes dry policy debates with a prophetic voice.
Kimberly, as a former prosecutor, if you were
Really? Okay. See, now that is quite significant. Okay. Now, we have exclusive tape of, apparently, this is not the only tape of Mr. Gruber saying this type of stuff. All right, and he apparently now has put him. There's apparently other tapes of him saying basically the same things about Obamacare and how the government misled and the lack of transparency and how he said that the American people are just too stupid to figure it out. All right, but clearly, when it went to the Supreme Court, and now, by the way, there is another lawsuit over Obamacare, which is going to the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, and they are going to hear it, and it seems that Obamacare is just crumbling down. All right, because when they initially ruled it as legal, based on the Congress's authority to tax, and Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice John Roberts ruled it was a tax, and clearly in his words, he said it was a tax. Obamacare was a tax. In fact, it raises 22 taxes, including the medical device tax, which a lot of Democrats now are against. And, so the future of Obamacare is now crumbling down. Okay. We need to repeal and replace, because they basically misled us on the whole thing. And, my idea is to install personal health savings accounts. All right, and this is money that the states have already, that and your employer has, and it's money that it's just set up strictly for medical purposes. Okay, so you go in for a doctor's appointment, and your money is there, and your job and your family can contribute to it, can keep contributing to it, And the money that's left over at the end of the year, it's all tax-free. It's non-taxable. It's tax-free. Okay, the government can't take it away. So it's just basically, it's a health savings account that's strictly used for health reasons, your health care. All right, and it'd be much better than this Obamacare debacle. You know, it's just ridiculous. All right, and that we have tons and tons of things shaping up. Okay, and it's now coming clear that the Obama administration just misled us on all angles of when they were crafting this law. And even the Canadians are saying, how in the world are you paying for this? It's just ridiculous. Okay. How indeed?
Well, he can sign it.
Okay.
I'm a fake.
How indeed are we paying for this? Okay, but Obamacare is not working, and in all of the polls show that it's very unpopular. Very unpopular. All right. Now, with that, my friends, okay, there's plenty of other things that we need to do to improve things. All right. Now, the economy is showing some signs of improving, but not enough. All right. Now, sure, the unemployment rate went down a little bit, but it doesn't count the underemployment rate. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't count the underemployment rate. Those people that have just given up, stopped looking for work, and so it's all a little shady. All right. And we have things that we need to do. All right? Things that definitely need to be done. All right. But with that, on that note, now I only had a few things to talk about tonight. So we are going to take it to the callers. All right. Whoever else is listening and watching and paying attention. All right. Let's talk. All right. 272-0319. All right, is the number. So I have that up on the screen, and while I'm waiting for other callers here, I'm going to flip through some of the other clips that we have. Okay, because there's very important stuff.
The 411.
That I need to talk about. Okay, so. But mainly, I want to get your thoughts on Gruber and what he said about the health care bill and the health care law. And, why in the world are we... Oh, and by the way, also, yes, I did want to bring this up. Part of the reason why Obama went to China, okay, was he wanted to, he was trying to combat his climate change. All right, but there's a problem with that. Okay, now obviously, President Obama went to China to try to work out an agreement on stopping climate change, right? And this, my friends, is quite. We definitely have to get this on the books here, because President Obama is so out of touch. Okay, it's so
Farming for
out
you.
of touch. Okay, and you know, he goes to China to try to
The nation.
stop, or because he claims climate change is a big threat to us, but obviously he didn't get the memo. Okay, he didn't get the memo. Okay, remember this from the founder of the Weather Channel.
The Kelly File last night.
The media has told the nation over and over again, day after day, for 20 years, that the oceans are rising, the polar bears are dying, the ice is melting, that storms are going to sweep the earth, and that we're all going to die of a heat wave. The Antarctic ice cap is at an all-time record high in both coverage and thickness. The Arctic ice cap at the North Pole is at the highest it has been in several years. Not only is the ice not melting, more polar bears are alive and happy today than we've had in 100 years. Life is good.
Well, you know we love to talk about.
All right. Well, so, but President Obama goes to China and tries to combat climate change, but he obviously didn't get the memo that climate change is just the weather. Okay, global warming doesn't exist. Okay, there's no such thing as global warming. Okay, there's no possible way that man warms the earth. Okay, it is the sun that warms the earth. Okay, and we've had a temperature pause for 15 years now. Okay, and so global warming is not a threat. All right, and and if he really wants to do something about all of this, he would stop pandering to the environmentalists. Okay, and the other problem that he has with going to China to try to combat this is China has actually increased emissions, not decreased. Okay, so this deal that they worked out on climate change, okay, we are going to cut, but China doesn't cut. Okay, it's a shady deal. Okay, China doesn't like us. All right, China is not our ally. And why are we negotiating things with China? We owe so much debt. 18 trillion dollars in debt because of Obama. We haven't balanced the budget. We haven't even passed a budget in years now. So ever since the Democrats took control of Congress, back in 2006. Okay, when they won the midterm elections in 2006. Okay, there has not been a single good budget passed by the Democrat-controlled Congress. Okay, now in 2010, the Republicans took control of the House, which basically was a restraining order on Barack Obama's policies. Okay, so then you had the Republicans controlling the House and the Democrats controlling the Senate. Okay, and then, but all throughout that time, the Senate never passed the budget. Okay, it was only in 2012, during the presidential election, that Paul Ryan actually forced the Democrats' hand and actually made them do their job and pass a budget. All right, but ever since then, there hasn't been another budget passed And we have been running up deficits for years now. All right, and we haven't balanced the budget. Obama didn't cut the deficit. In his first term, he didn't cut the deficit. He quadrupled the deficit, quintupled it. All right, and now we have nearly $18 trillion in debt because of Barack Obama's policies, his overspending and lying, and we need what was set up in the 1990s under the Republican-controlled Congress, under the speakership of Newt Gingrich. They had the contract with America, and in that contract with America, they had a balanced budget amendment, which had a line item veto for the president to eliminate all the pork barrel projects. All right, I will take this call. You will probably be the last caller of the night. All right.
That's okay, Will. I did want to say, at one point we could have gone universal health care.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't
What
work.
about universal college? Because
No.
half of college tuition goes to the university staff and faculty.
No,
You
universal
go 4
nothing.
years at $42,000 a year.
No. Listen.
Broken debt, and
Listen.
then you go to a minimum wage or just above.
Listen.
Trying to pay it back. That
Listen.
doesn't work either.
Listen. Okay, when Bill Clinton was president, Hillary tried to run everything. Okay.
Yeah.
And she tried to put together a health care package, but she was overspending. Okay, and it was
That's the whole thing. You cannot overspend.
It was trying. They were trying to go single payer universal, and it didn't work. Okay.
Well, why is everybody now, with Medicaid and Medicare, Social Security being the mass majority, not able to go to certain doctors, or they send you out of town to profit bill, and you end up seeing a state prison doctor to have your teeth fixed? It's crazy. Or they put you in a Medicaid cab, drive you 75 miles away from your house.
Look, Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security.
No, that's the mass majority on what people have on
Yes, but
Social
look,
Security is Medicare.
Look. Okay, it's going bankrupt.
It's going bankrupt, yeah, but then they're going to oppose that people showed up and didn't pay the bill without health care.
but listen.
Yet they're asking for health care for everyone when jobs are not there and the financial market isn't there.
Listen! Okay?
So do you approve of Obamacare?
No. Obamacare is the worst piece of legislation ever passed.
Then
Obamacare
the reason
sucks.
it went broke is because doctors on federal funding, they send you to a doctor being paid by the taxpayers.
Obamacare
and use people's commodities.
Obamacare is causing doctor shortages.
College, I saw this the other day. 66% of the college tuition money goes right towards staff and faculty pay.
Look, if you listen to what I said in my commentary, okay, we need to set up a system where we have personal health savings accounts.
Yeah, savings account. But what if you're out of work, and now they're going to dig them a third of their paycheck or something?
Listen to me, okay? Listen to me. It doesn't matter if you're out of work, okay? This is money that the states already have that is used strictly for your health care. Okay.
Yeah, but now you're making you're saying you don't have to pay for it, so that's universal health care.
No, it's not. Listen. It's not.
They can print it up.
Listen. It's not universal health care.
Why?
Okay? It's a personal health savings account.
Okay, personal health account. Somebody has to be liable for that bill.
Look. No. It's not a bill. Okay. Look.
So do you pay for that, or you receive that?
Look. It's money that the states have that is put into an account. Okay.
Where's the income come from?
It's strictly yours. Okay. Like
your
job.
Listen.
Your job can contribute to it, and your family can contribute to it, and the money that you have left at the end of the year, it's all tax-free. It's non-taxable. The government can't
But it
take
goes
away.
towards health care. You're not allowed to spend it, right?
You only spend it on your health care.
So why didn't they do that on Social Security? Because every one of us, coast to coast on Social Security, automatically gets half their paycheck. It's $1,500 divided by half goes towards Medicare and the Medicare RX.
They can't do it on Social Security because it's the system's so messed up now.
No, nobody wants to accept that kind of insurance. So if they come down to one standard price throughout coast to coast and accept that insurance,
say you start out with $5,000 in that account.
Okay.
Now that money is yours for your health care purposes. Okay.
That's pretty cheap because we're paying over $700 a month deductible, everyone on Social Security.
Now, and
that comes out of our check.
It's for anything.
So you're saying $5,000 is that a year?
No. Well, no. You start out with that, and then it grows with interest. Okay?
Yeah, it's annuity. $5,000 in a bank.
So you'll have more money at the end of the year.
$5,000 in today's market. Okay. You say I want to put $5,000 away in a
but my
CD,
friend,
okay, you only make $100 a year.
My friend, we're out of time.
$1,000 will only make you in 2 years $200.
My friend, we're out of time now.
Right.
Okay.
Change the tax code for us, will you? It's on inequality. Make it for the mass majority.
Well, we need to simplify it, but we're out of
that
time.
are on minimum wage.
We're out of time. All right. We thank you for your call. Okay. Time ran short, and okay. Thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Oh yes, and also don't have time for the last words of the night, so we thank you for watching Political Point, and follow me on Twitter at WilliamMitro2. And also catch us on YouTube